Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 2023 Mercury Retrograde reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this channel grow. It helps me out tremendously because it makes the YouTube algorithm happy. So, thank you so very much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this Mercury retrograde. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Okay, this is the Prince of Wands. That makes perfect sense. Gemini were ruled by Mercury. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, it affects us. It affects us more than it does others. Now, Mercury will be going into retrograde in Taurus. So it will also affect wherever Taurus energy is in our natal chart. So be aware of that, especially if it's your moon or it's your ascendant. It can affect you quite tremendously. So be aware. Just be ready. The Mercury retrograde begins on the 21st of April and it lasts till the 14th of May. But we have the pre-shadow period, which starts actually everything on the 7th of April, and we have the post-shadow period that things will be going with a Mercury retrograde kind of air around them, shadow over them, cast on them till the 31st of May. When the Prince of Wands comes up, okay, we've just entered into Taurus time frame, Taurus season, which is spectacular, but we're also just stepping out of Aries season because that's how it works. And what we have here is we also had the moon, the new moon was in Aries, the solar eclipse was in Aries. And this can really be that Aries energy is just very intense around us. We can be a little bit quicker to anger than we would want to be. Okay, we can be a little bit more frustrated. We want things to move. Like things are going to be a competition. It's going to be a competition, and my golly, we're going to win. So be aware of that we can be just really focused on I'm winning, I'm going, I'm achieving, I'm going after what I want, and nothing else matters. So be aware of that. With the King, with the Knight of Wands, there is also an energy of recklessness, of tempers ruling things and controlling things that we do not need. So be aware of that also with other people. We can find that like, wow, I don't understand why this person's so angry and that person's so angry. And I don't really want to be hanging out with anybody right now. So just be aware of this, or definitely not with the people who are angry, because it can just be very draining on us, especially if we're balancing out our energy or if we've balanced out our energy. Let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have two right here. Oh, we have wish and we have spontaneous. So there is that energy of spontaneousness coming up. And a wish is being granted during this time, which sounds interesting in a Mercury retrograde. But what we're going to see here is that we're moving forward. We're moving forward. Even if things feel like they're moving backwards, even if we have, kind of a stumble energy around communication, which is paramount to us, is really key to us. I mean, Mercury rules, it rules communication, it rules news, it rules information, travel, technology. And so we can feel like, wow, this is going to mess up a lot, but it's not. It's not. It's going to be intense, yes, but my goodness, have we become used to it? Intense. Intense has become our new normal after the past couple of years. And what we're going to see here is that we're wishing for something more. And we want a little spontaneousness, a little adventure in our lives. And this Mercury retrograde, though it can make things rather chaotic, it can also bring that immense energy of, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because everything is crazy anyway, and nothing is going according to plan. So why not just not have a plan? There we go. I solved my problem. Like, that's how we can feel, Gemini. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading, yep. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. So what I love here is that we're starting with the Eight of Swords. Now, because again, this Mercury retrograde is in Taurus energy. Taurus is one of the most sensual of the energies to be in. Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus, so they're astoundingly sensual. And that doesn't just mean romantically sensual. It means they have a sensuality to life, even though Taurus has this profound practicality to them, where you can think, oh, well, how would that be sensual? They don't, dress up. They don't, do this, do that, the way that we would, kind of like Hollywood stars would. But what we'll see here is just the way they carry themselves, just their presence has a connection with the earth, a connection with prosperity that draws us in. Okay. So that's just if we're thinking of Taurian people, right? And this reading, I want to assure everybody, it's for Gemini. So I know people will ask me, oh my gosh, she's doing a Taurus reading and it's a Gemini reading. No, this is a Gemini reading. And what we're going to see here is that this Mercury retrograde can affect our sensuality. It can affect our groundedness. Taurus energy is also profoundly good at manifestation. So it can also affect manifestation on this earthly realm. Also luxuries, comforts, okay? And our practicality. That's why when Spirit had me say before, we can't plan for anything. Everything's going topsy-turvy. Why not just not plan and go have fun? I mean, that's a real energy of this time. But here we have the Eight of Swords. We're caught in our head. We really are. We're caught in our head. So here, when it comes to manifestation, we are going to be running like a hamster wheel, running over the same thoughts, being in competition with people who aren't in competition with us. Doubts, fears, hurts, pains, negativity. Okay, it hurts. Yeah, it's painful. But I'm leaving that behind now. The Eight of Swords is telling us we live in our minds way too much, which for a Gemini, like, we live in our minds anyway. I mean, I'm a Gemini myself. We live in our minds, and it's a very powerful place for us. But we also have to live in the world. And that's going to be very powerful for us as well. We need to move forward. We need to go after what we want and what we desire and where we need to be. And that's just going to be something here where we're untangling ourselves. And it's going to be profound. It brings us, here, we're crowned by being too much in our own heads. Be aware of this. And if we can, kind of like throw off that cloak and be present in our lives and not overthink and overanalyze, that'd be brilliant. With the Ace of Swords, this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift for us. We're represented by the swords and the minor arcana, okay, cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. This is a clarity of words, of thought during a Mercury retrograde, which is awesome, which means that though we're hit by this harder than most because we're ruled by Mercury, we're also going to be able to withstand this better than most because we have this gift from divinity. So there's this balancing out, if you like, of energy, of power, of purpose, of understanding that's guiding us during this time. And that's going to be a really, really big thing. We then have the Three of Pentacles. Hard work and dedication. We can get a little ticked, okay? I'm not going to lie. There's an energy here of like, I've been working on this and everybody else is taking the credit. Everybody else is saying they did this, they have this, or they can just come in and start, willy-nilly, super easy. No. Know what you built and take pride in what you built. Yes, you might be sharing your time or your energy or your insights with other people, but don't let them steal your ideas. Don't let them steal your thunder. Stand up for yourself. Okay, that's going to be really important. With the Seven of Swords reverse, there's a lie that's coming out. It's like, no, this is either a lie we told ourselves, a lie somebody else told us, or just a negativity that we lived by, that we're like, no more. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not believing that this is the one thing that matters about me. I'm not believing that, this nonsense defines me, whatever the nonsense is. or the lies that people told us. And we're like, no, that's not my truth. That's not my power. That's not why I'm here. And so there's a release of a lie. And that's going to be a very, very powerful thing. With the 9 of Wands, we feel battered and bruised. Okay? We've taken on a lot. And there's a sense here of being battle weary. And with a Mercury retrograde, it can feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going into another battle. I don't want to be fighting anymore. I don't like this. I'm done. So be aware of this energy right here with the 9 of Wands. It's like, I'm done. We have the 8 of Swords. I'm way too much in my own head. Things have gotten hard. I've, had to think on my feet a lot and handle a lot. And everybody's words, everybody's actions, everybody's ideas on how they can live their life, my life, better than I can live my life is getting to be enough. And I do feel like real anger, frustration, it's like, yeah, it's just being overwhelmed here. So be aware of this. Be aware of this. Because the Mercury retrograde makes us feel like we're moving backwards. It does. In communications, in technology, in the way that we're moving forward, in the way that we're moving forward, communicatively, it makes us feel like we're moving backwards. And we're tired. We're tired of it. It's like not something that we want to feel or see. So some of us have already come to terms with this, have already had, this really hard, like chaotic sense around us, a really sad sense of like, is this it? And we've stepped out of that energy, or we're stepping out of that energy. For those of us who are just stepping into that energy now, know that this is not it. It is not. No. There can be hiccups along the way. There can be a little bit of step backs here and there, yes. But this is not it. We're not done. Just be aware of this. Our subconscious message to be mindful of is the Ace of Wands. We're a little bit too passionate, a little bit too driven, a little bit too like we want to shut in the light bright on everything. So we're going to be pulled this way, that way, this way, that way. And, start a heck of a lot of things and never finish, or get super excited about a heck of a lot of things and then super overwhelmed because how do you start that? And how do you do that? And how does that all come together? So just be aware of that energy. Be aware of that energy because there's a huge gift coming forward for us in creativity. We just have to hone it. And especially with the Mercury retrograde, especially if you're ADHD, it can be like boom, 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 boom. I can't even communicate anymore. I'm getting all muddled up. So just be aware of that. Our subconscious message from spirit is tranquility. There we go. Is tranquility. And this is tranquility reverse. We don't feel that peace. We need to follow that peace. We need to. It's just going to be so important to who we are and how we're moving forward and where we want to be in life. We need to follow peace. It's going to be a very powerful part of us. I highly recommend doing Spring Forest Qigong. I have it linked in the description box below. It's a free link to their YouTube channel, and it's just amazing. It's movement meditation that aligns your chi, that aligns your energy, and that's super cool. It's super helpful, especially if you are ADHD. I am, so it really does help focus things. Yeah, but tranquility, work on peace, work on centering yourself. It moves us to our subconscious message from the tarot, which is and from spirit, which is the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is pettiness. It's a petty card. It's like everybody getting tangled into everybody else's business, anger, frustration, doubts, fears, negativity, hurt, pain, falling into gossip, and just having your energy drained. We're done. We're done. We don't want this. Be mindful subconsciously. It's like we want the gossip. We want, the insides. And we need to be done. We need to be done with this, with the pettiness. We need to not be dragged into other people's drama. All right. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all, and God bless. Bye.